always says that you can be a hero too. What a bunch of crap. Society does not care for quirkless. They push them down, abuse them, lead to suicide in which they kill themselves and they don't care. This world, I hate it. I hate everyone in it. I'm tired. Just because you have a stupid power makes you better than everyone. Makes you a god. But you're still human. You still bleed. You can still die. Why did it have to be me? Why couldn't I have a power too? Maybe then my life would have been better. But I know it's not just me. All the quirkless people get treated like this too. Put down, abused, hell, even sometimes they get killed. And no one will bat an eye. You can be a hero too. What a load of crap. Never really wanted to be a hero. When I was younger, I did. But starting school, I saw that I would never actually be a hero. My ex-friend, Bakugo, we used to dream about being heroes together before we got he got his quirk. Then everything changed. He became a jerk. And then my incident happened. But I still had hope that I could one day be a hero. But that dream died a long time ago. Faced with reality, nobody can think about what they will do. No dreams will come true. Walking down this lonely hallway, just be me by myself. Wish I could be somebody else. Wish that the pain would go away. Wish I had a family, some friends, someone to believe in me, someone at all. But dreams, they don't come true. As Izuku Midori is walking down the hallway towards his classroom, after just coming out the nurse's office, bandages all over his body from burn marks, stab wounds, a broken rib. Life's hard for him. Bullied every day because he is different. He walks out in the hallways to his classroom, opens the door and goes in. No one pays him a piece of mind. He sits in the back of the classroom as he always sits. No one cares. The teacher continues his lesson. Then, soon enough, at the end of the day, the bell rung. Izuku got up. He was finna walk home, but was stopped again by Bakugo and his lackeys. "Hey, nerd," Bakugo said. He rushed over as soon as Izuku turned back and punched him square in the face, knocking him to the ground. Him and his friends then proceeded to jump Izuku, making his injuries worse. By the time they actually left, Izuku was there, just sitting there on his back. A bloody nose, a black eye. Bandage is still there. You can see all the scars on his hands, burn marks on his neck, a couple of scratches on his face. His uniform, messy, filled with dirt and blood. He got up soon enough later, with a lot of pain resonating all over his body, and walked home. Junior high, it's a hard thing. Izuku is now 14 years old. In 1 year, UA will be having the entrance exam to become a hero. He doesn't want to become a hero. So, as Izuku is walking home, he gets attacked by a sludge villain. And in case it's him, he tries to struggle, tries to break free, but he sees that he can't. Just as he's about to die, All Might jumps in, saves Izuku. But before All Might can jump away, Izuku grabs onto his leg. All Might says, "Hey kid, let go." Izuku says, "If I do that, then I will die." As they land, Izuku asks All Might a question. I have a question for you, All Might. All Might says, "Well, kid, hurry up with the question. A little late on time." Izuku says, "Okay. Is it possible for a person who has no quirk to become a hero?" All Might was about to answer, but then, he transformed into Small Might. Izuku at first was hesitant, wondering who this man was. Was he an impersonator? A villain? He didn't know. He was fin to do something. But All Might comes from down and explains the story of how he got his scar and things like that. And All Might then answers the boy's question. No, it is not possible for a person without a quirk to become a hero. You should just give up on that dream. Maybe become a cop, doctor, something like that. You can still do hero work, but you just won't be a hero. As All Might leaves, after crushing a little bit of hope that Izuku had that he could become a hero, sooner or later Izuku would then leave on top of the building, going towards his home again, till he hears an explosion. Boom. He sees smoke in the distance. He rushes there, wondering what happened. He then sees the sludge villain again. He sees that the sludge villain has someone captured like he was. He sees that the heroes are doing anything to try and save that person. So without him even thinking, his body just moving on autopilot, he rushes in, throws his bag at the sludge villain's eye, sees that it did damage, and keeps running. When the sludge villain is about to get up again or gain his bearings, he picks a rock up and also throws it at the sludge villain's eye. He rushes in, grabs the boy's arm. Since the sludge villain is hurting at this point, can't really think straight, he can pull him out pretty easily, seeing that it's Bakugo. But not thinking about it too much as he rushes back. This is when All Might comes in and throws the punch that defeats the sludge villain, knocking him out, but also changed the weather. And that's what everyone had their focus on, All Might. I'm like this, I'm like that. He saved those two boys. When Izuku was about to get up, he was berated by the heroes. Kid, you did something incredibly dangerous. Could have got hurt. He was being told off. Everyone in the crowd participating. That's what his quirk is. He said he was quirkless. It got worse from there. After he did eventually get up and leave, it was all over the news. Quirkless kid tries to be a hero. That's how life is. When he was finally close to his house, Bakugo popped out. Says, "You quirkless bastard, I need your help. Could have did it on my own." Then he walks away. All Might then soon pops up also, reprimanding the kid. "What you did was incredibly dangerous. It could result in the end of your life and that kid's also. You're not a hero. You never will be." Then he left. Zuko went home. That night, he cried. First time in years did he cry. Ever since his mom's death, did he cry. First time in years. Who wants to be a hero? Why are heroes heroes? What makes a hero? Why is everyone out for the money? For the fame? Why can't you just be true heroes? Before quirks were a thing, we were all equal. Everyone was equal. We were all humans. But now, they think they're some gods, demigods. They're above humans. They don't see that as wrong. Then and there, Izuku changed his mindset. He will not be a hero. But he is not necessarily evil. He does not be a villain. He doesn't want to hurt innocents, but want to punish evil. He doesn't want to go the E-way. He chooses his own path. He's going to become a vigilante. He sees every vigilante. They do their job. Heroes chase them. Villains hate him. But they get the job done. No civilians hurt. So, seeing as he has no one to lose, why not become a vigilante? So, over the next couple of months, he will train as best as he can to become vigilante. He's already pretty smart, but his body is not that much. It's actually very smart. So he trains his body as best as he can from watching videos on YouTube, instructions on how to fight, basic knowledge basically. He goes out, he buys a knife, the most basic knife he can get. Actually, no, he buys a combat knife, one from the military, just one he can keep on him. Couldn't really buy anything else, seeing that you need permits for guns and things. So as Zuko is at home, 5 months in, he thinks that it's time he goes out, do a vigilante job. So he runs in a couple of thugs and he fights them. Gets his ass whooped. They're beating the absolute crap out of him. He's bleeding from his mouth. His lip is busted. Nose is bleeding. One of his eyes is, swollen shut. He's breathing heavily. Just as one of the men is finna come up and punch him again, he quickly takes out the knife and slashes the man on the throat, taking his life. First time he's killed someone. It's sickening. But he has to fight, or else if he don't, he will die. The two other men is too surprised to even try anything. So Izuku quickly rushes in. He stabs the other one inside of his chest. He keeps on stabbing him a couple more times before just dropping him. Rushes to the other one. The other one broke out of his stupor and is finna attack Izuku. But Izuku threw the knife at him, which still is stuck inside of his stomach. The man gasped. Izuku rushed over and punched him straight in the face. He got on top of his chest and keeps on punching in the face, keeps punching until his knuckles started bleeding. His fists started aching, and the man's face just caved in. Izuku is breathing heavily. He has to get out of there. Picks up the knife and runs away. No one was there in the alleyway. No one noticed anything. Izuku makes it home. Throws the clothes beside his bed. Takes the knife, put it on the dresser, just lays down and goes to sleep. Too much in pain to do anything. Next day, he gets in a shower, washes away the blood, fixes his injuries with the first aid kit he has. Just sits in his house for 2 weeks, missing school. Over the news, it's broadcast that 3 people were found dead in an alleyway. He shows no struggle. Izuku knows that sooner or later they're going to notice it's him, because even though he did clean up his blood, they're going to find some kind of sample. So he needs to escape, needs to get away from here. He leaves his house with everything he can get, all the essentials, important things. Takes the bloody clothes that he fought in, he burns them, takes the knife and keeps it, and he leaves. Not before burning down the house he stayed in. Goes to the forest, somewhere far away. It'll be hard to find. So he stays in the forest for the rest of the months, training to his absolute limits, pushing his body. But he still go out on patrols and fight low-level villains and just thugs off the street, getting better at combat the more he fights. Even though he still get beat up every time, he still find a way to get out the situations, earning him more battle scars. His face is littered with them, so is his body. Puncture wounds, stabs, lacerations, bruising, burn marks. Those all litter his body. But the more he fights, he sees the better he gets. He'd take the money of the thugs or the villains he'd fight. He'd buy himself better equipment, better gear every time. Went from a basic knife to a machete, from machete to 2 dual knives. He'd buy armor, basic armor, something that's light, easy to transport in, easy to run. He'd buy the best shoes he can find that he thinks will be best for the situations he be in. Some boots or something. Cargo shorts that can hold multiple things. Some smoke bombs he buys. A taser. Handcuffs. Well, he would really, he'd use handcuffs. Things like that. Over the time, he see that he built a lot of muscle. Well, not that much muscle. He looked lean, like he was a swimmer or something. So the news soon picked up. Police found evidence to suspect that one person was actually here during the first case. They found evidence of Ezekiel Midoriya, little droplet of blood that they found later on at the scene because Zuko did not clean that one droplet of blood up. So they go to his house to find it burnt down because they did know that a house burnt down recently, but they ain't know it was Zuko's. So they be having a manhunt on Zuko Midoriya, but they cannot find him. He is probably out the city by now since it's been a couple of days, or he's either dead. So they just labeled it as the second option, seeing as he was quirkless. He is dead. So the time for the UA entrance exam has come upon us. Even though there's been reports of Emil Fossil, that a serial killer or something like that is out and about killing low-level villains and thugs, having low, chances of running in with pro heroes. He's fighting back. They leave with a lot of cuts, bruises. They say that they fought the vigilante, say that he is not as skilled as some of them. Some being seasoned fighters, some of them being, professional fighters and things like that, having experience. But they say that he's smart and cunning. He knows their quirks. He works around their quirks. Examines them. He knows how to get past their defense. So, right now, Zuko is laying low as the entrance exam goes on. So everything in the entrance exam will go relatively the same, except Ochako was not get crushed by the 0-pointer. It would stop just before it's about to step on her, and he retract his foot, saying that the thing is over. She would then pass, get into 1A. Everybody in 1A is in 1A except one person from 1B is moved up, which I want to say is Kendo. She's at 1B now. 1A. And Shinso is now in 1B. So everything in that will be relatively the same, just place Midoriya with Kendo, and know she does not have One for All. All Might still has it, and he's thinking about giving it to Mirio, because right now that's his best option. And this one will end this one here. Sorry if this video was too short for you guys. And I just recorded it today on Monday, but I'm going to post it tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you guys on the next one.